Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. We were seeing verse number 61 of Surah Al-Baqarah, and we left it here. And when you said, O Musa alayhi salam, never we will endure upon a food single. May somebody can give a hint on what this food is referring to on a food single. Fadulana, put it on a chat. What is this food that Bani Israel is referring to? So what is the request? They have come up with a new request now. So call for us, your Lord, or call for us, your Lord is best, and bring forth or bring out for us from what produces in the land. Tunbitu is grows forth or produces in the land. And they give their list. Bakaliha is the herbs. Yes, manna and salwa. Instead of, because they got bored with single food which they ate all these years, so they want to try with some other food. But how illogical it is that in spite they are in a hot scorching desert. You have seen all those maps. They are in a desert. Vegetation is completely not possible. By the magnanimity of Allah and the mercy of Allah, Allah has descended ready-made food for them. One is vegetarian and another is non-vegetarian. Even then these people are not satisfied, but they give their own list. They ask for herbs, cucumbers. Kisaiha is cucumbers, fumiha is garlic, adasiha is lentils, and basaliha is onion. He said, now whose turn? Who has to reply now? Give a comment on the chat. He said, atastabdilu, badal, Urdu mein bolte same badal. Badal means changing. Do you change? Do you want to change? Do. So alif jabra has been translated as do, word. And then tastab, tas is translated as do you want to change? Do you want to change? Yes, Musa alayhi salam is asking this question. Do you want to change with the one which is inferior? Adna is inferior. With that of which is better. Allah is giving you a ready-made food, whether you want to change that. So inferior, adna khair. So he yells out the people and says, ehbitu, get down, or go down to the city. You find the same word that Allah has also used, referring to Adam alayhi salam after he made a mistake. The same word here now Musa alayhi salam is also using, ehmidu misran, go to some city. Then we'll find whatever that you are asking for. மேலும் எப்பொழுது நீர் கூறினீர் ஓ மூசா அலைஹிஸ்ஸலாம் பொறுத்து கொள்ள மாட்டோம் ஒரு உணவை, பிறகு அலையுங்கள் எங்களுக்காக உமது இறைவனை, பிறகு கொண்டு வரட்டும் எங்களுக்காக அதிலிருந்து விளையக்கூடிய பூமியில் விளையக்கூடிய கீரைகளை, வெள்ளரிக்காய், மேலும் அதன் கோதுமையை, அதன் பருப்பை, அதன் வெங்காயத்தை. அவர் கூறினார், மூசா அலைஹிஸ்ஸலாம் கூறினார், நீங்கள் மாற்ற நினைக்கிறீர்களா? எது இழிவானதோ அதனை கொண்டு, எது உயர்ந்ததோ அதனை மாற்ற நினைக்கிறீர்களா? He's asking this question. And then go down to city. பிறகு நீங்கள் பூமிக்கு செல்லுங்கள், நீங்கள் ஏதேனும் ஒரு ஊருக்கு செல்லுங்கள், அங்கே நீங்க கேட்கக்கூடியதெல்லாம் என்னது கிடைக்கும் அப்படிங்கிற பொருள்ல மூசா அலைஹிஸ்ஸலாம் மாற்றிக்கொள்கிறீர்களா? எது மிக தாழ்ந்ததோ, எதற்கு பகரமாக எது சிறந்ததோ அதனை. பிறகு இறங்குங்கள் ஒரு நகரத்துக்கு, ஏதாவது பக்கத்தில் இருக்கிற ஊருக்கு போங்கப்பா, அங்கே உங்களுக்கு கேட்டது கிடைக்கும். ஃபைனல்லக்கும் அசால்தும், then verily for you what you asked. All these lists of foods will be available there. And because of all these mischief behaviors, Allah now tells this information about them. Zuribat, stuck them. If you have written a different word, you can tell it to me. Stuck upon them, and were stuck upon them zilla. Zillat उर्दू में भी है समझता हूँ. Zillat is misery. Zillat is humiliation. Maskana is misery. Zillat is humiliation and maskana is misery. தமிழ்ல சொல்லணும்னா ஜில்லத் இழிவு, அவர்கள் மீது விதியாக்கப்பட்டது இழிவு, மேலும் வீழ்ச்சி. ஃபபாவு and incurred, சார்ந்து விட்டது, பிகதபி மின் அல்லாஹ், wrath from Allah, அல்லாஹ்வுடைய கோபம் அவர்கள் மீது விதியாக்கப்பட்டு விட்டது, அவர்கள் மீது சாட்டப்பட்டு விட்டது, சார்ந்து விட்டது, இந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது சொல்லலாம். ஃபபாவு பிகதபி மின். Why? Because zalika, because zalika bi anna, that is because. Here be anna can be translated as because, both are that, you see. So you will be writing it as that is because they were disbelieving in the signs of Allah is the best word. Be ayat is a word, is a comprehensive word. There are two meanings that we generally use. One is verses. One is verses. When it is referring to any scriptures or books, then we use the translation as verses, vasanangalenu. But here appadi illum illa. But here the miracles of Allah is being shown. The Allah is listing out what are all favors that Allah has given. So during that time the ayats will be translated as signs of Allah. So here signs of Allah is the best word. There are some translators who have given the other way around also. That is nothing wrong. Best is signs of Allah. You see, they were used to believe in the signs of Allah is the first crime that they did. In spite of seeing all these miracles in front of their eyes, but yet they're not prepared to listen to the words of their respective prophets. And further, one step they went ahead and say, and they killed Nabiin, prophets. They also went to an extent to kill prophets. Attempts were made to kill prophets, even with Isa alayhi salam, even with Muhammad alayhi salam, attempts were made to kill them. There were some prophets who were really killed also in the history, and that's what Allah is highlighting it. How much they have become so much bad. The 61 verse number, Fulal Mustaq Bhai. Beghairil haq, without right, without anything, without justice is also best word. Without right, எந்த நியாயமும் இல்லாம உங்களுக்கு நல்லது சொன்ன ஒரே காரணத்துக்காக நபிமார்களையும் கொலை செய்யறதுக்கு என்னது இவர்கள் தயாராகி விட்டார்கள், கொலையும் செய்தார்கள் அப்படின்னு அல்லாஹ் is putting forth. That is why, because zalika, that is because they disbelieved. They asaw. What did you have written for asaw? If there is a best word, then we will use that. They disobeyed, because they disobeyed and they used to transgress. They disobeyed. அவர்கள் they disobeyed and they used to transgress. அவர்கள் பாவம் செய்தார்கள், இல்லாட்டி அவர்கள் கீழ்ப்படியாமல் இருந்தார்கள், மேலும் அவர்கள் வரம்பு மீறினார்கள். They transgress. Yes. Next we move on to the next verse. That may be a bit simple verse. Hinnallazina, verily those who believed and those who were Hadu is Jews, Nasara is Christians, Sabiin is Sabians, which means there are people who worshipped stars as per the Mufassirins, as per the commentators, that is Sabians who were living during the time of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And whoever amana billah, believed in Allah and in the day last, and do righteous deeds. Saliha and amilu saliha, do righteous deeds. Falahum ajruhum, then for them their reward near their Lord, and no fear upon them, and not they will grieve. This is a very common phrase that Allah uses. நிச்சயமாக எவர்கள் நம்பிக்கை கொண்டார்களோ, மேலும் யூதர்களாக, கிறிஸ்துவர்களாக, சாபீன்களாக இருந்தார்களோ, அவற்றில் எவர்கள் நம்பிக்கை கொண்டார்களோ, அல்லாவையும் மறுமை நாளையும், மேலும் மேலும் செய்தார்கள் நல்ல காரியங்களை, பிறகு அவர்களுக்கு அஜ்ருஹும், அவர்களுடைய கூலி அவர்களுடைய இறைவனிடத்தில், மேலும் இல்லை அவர்கள் பயந்தவர்களாக, மேலும் இல்லை பயம் அவர்கள் மீது, மேலும் இல்லை அவர்கள் வருத்தப்படக்கூடியவர்களாக. Next ayat. Even besides doing all these things, now still they kept disobeying the words of Musa alayhi salam. Now Allah showed one more miracle for them. And when we took your covenant, mithaqahum, your covenant, warafana, and we raised above you the tur, and we raised, warafana is raised above you the Mount Tur, and then told to them, Khuzu, take or hold on what was given to you with firmness, with firmness or with strength. Wazukuru, strength is better. மேலும் நாம் எடுத்துக்கொண்டோம் அவர்களிடம் உறுதிமொழியை, மேலும் உயர்த்தினோம் அவர்கள் மீது மவுண்ட் தூர் மலை, தூர் மலையை. பிறகு பிடியுங்கள் எது உங்களுக்கு கொடுக்கப்பட்டதோ பலத்துடன். What is this is referring to? Somebody can give a guess in a chat. Huzuma ataynakum. What was given to them? What they have to hold on to? Somebody can give a guess quickly on a chat. And after holding them, Allah is asking them, Wazukuru, and remember what is in it, so that you become God-fearing. Tattakun, all these words have come before. Nothing I have to write except 4 or 5 words. So what does this Khuzu ma ataynakum refers to? Yes, and when we took your covenant, மேலும் நாம் எடுத்துக்கொண்ட பொழுது உங்களுடைய உறுதிமொழியை, மேலும் நாம் உயர்த்தினோம் உங்கள் மீது மவுண்ட் தூர், தூர்மலையை. பிடியுங்கள் எதனை நாம் வழங்கினோமோ உங்களுக்கு உறுதியாக, பிகுவத்தின் உறுதியாக. Or if you have written a different word, you can. Wazukuru, yes, as Ustaq Bhai rightly said, it is referring to the Torah. They were supposed to follow. There were just 10 commandments. Unlike Quran, which is very big, they have just 10 points to follow. If at least 10 points you are supposed to follow what Musa alayhi salam is commanding. If not, this incident is very, though it is a short line, you have to think like this, where people are standing and the mountain or Tur was raised above them, and they were threatened that if you are not, these are all people, if you are not going to follow what here Musa alayhi salam says to you, then this Mount Tur will fall on you and will crush you into ashes. This is the threatening. Mount Tur is standing on top of them. Savingla matingla po. Sometime we happen at our home where our dad yells to an supreme with full anger and will throw vessels, though it is not right. The same way here, Mount Tur was raised. If you don't follow here the words of Musa alayhi salam, this Mount Tur will fall on your heads and will collapse you. Is it threatened? that Allah is showing. And you have to follow just 10 points as given by Musa alayhi salam. Remember what is in it. If you do so, you will become God fearing. It's a commandment. Even besides, even showing this, these people have the guts and courage to boldly defend Allah. That is what you are seeing here. Next ayat,